lovelies. Today I am taking you to none other than Hampton Court Palace. It is a grade 1 listed royal palace and the former home to King Henry VIII, who was very infamous for his many wives. Many wives. But anyways, it's also just a gorgeous place to spend a day right outside of London. So I'm going to take you now to Hampton Court Palace. Let's go. I still can't get over how preserved you can find castles here. It's insane. Also, just some practicals before we go inside. So they're open from Wednesday to Sunday, 10 a.m. to 5:30. I will put the latest ticket prices here. And I would recommend spending at least 3 hours here. Like it is huge, as you'll see, as castles are. And in terms of getting here, you'll want to go to the Hampton Court train station. You can still use your Oyster card, even though it is technically outside of London. Oh, there's a bee on me. Oh my gosh. Oh gosh, when in London. You can still use your Oyster card even though it is technically outside of London, and then it's just a short walk from there. So you can catch a train from Waterloo Station and catch a bus from Richmond if you're there. Yeah, a lot of ways to get here, so don't let it being super far out put you off. Oh my goodness, I've been here so many times and this still gets me. As soon as you walk in, it's magnificent. And what we need is a map because this place is humongous. Now, right now we are in the base court, which you may recognize from some TV shows, some historical dramas, period dramas. I mean, this is the perfect setting for it, is it not? I'm just thinking about like in the old days, just having royal announcements and, well, to be fair, obviously I would not want to live back then, but for obvious reasons, but it is really beautiful. And it does instantly feel like you're stepping back in time when you go and visit these grade 1, grade 2 listed buildings and palaces. So yeah, this is the base court. And from here we will go to King Henry VIII's kitchens, which is right here as soon as you walk in. Very convenient. Let's go eat. So this is the boiling house where they would have made beef and mutton. Don't know why, but somehow cooking for King Henry VIII would not be my ideal job. Let me know if it would be yours. Just imagine them cooking grand dinner parties, gathering the herbs for the guests. Okay, going into the Chapel Court Gardens, which you'll find right outside the kitchens as you're walking out. Little escape. Yeah, I can't actually film in the Chapel Royal, which makes a lot of sense. Usually can't film and make videos in chapels and things like that, but at least I can show you the gardens. See what we find next. All right, so now we're in one of my favorite places in Hampton Court Palace, the Fountain Court. It is so beautiful, especially when the blooms are going. Look at that. Minus the lawnmower, obviously. And we've got a lot of apartments to tour today, starting with William III's apartments. Now this also is one of my favorite places in Hampton Court Palace. And oh my goodness, because I'm here early, I came at 10 a.m. It is empty. It is the most beautiful staircase I've ever seen. And yes, it was in Queen Charlotte. Look at this. My gosh, I can't believe no one's here yet. Oh, it's so beautiful. We're going to take the staircase up to William's apartments. Yeah, what's really cool is they also do these film and audio tours now, I believe. So you can like walk in the footsteps of all of the, oh my gosh, Queen Charlotte, they literally filmed it like walking on this staircase right here. Fangirling. But yeah, they do these really cool film and audio tours so you can experience all the films and cinema and TV shows that have been taken here, which it's so obvious to see, like perfect period drama setting. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. Oh, it's so beautiful. Okay, into William's VIII's apartments. William had some nice apartments, but apparently they just said that the downstairs was actually where he slept and the upstairs was just where he wanted the public to think he slept. Interesting. From here you'll end up back at the King's staircase. Kind of skipped around and went to William III's apartment. So now we're gonna go to King Henry VIII's apartments. Trying to beat these school children coming up. But I found the apartments. The Great Hall. So King Henry VIII, being the man that he was, needed to proclaim his power, soothe his ego, and he did so through this great hall, which is great. So would entertain lots of guests, have food, apparently give some of their leftovers to the poor. Yeah, it's truly great, truly grand. And can you guess who would have sat here? Of course, easy to tell that being a wife of King Henry VIII was not an easy task. But he did finally get his boy. Actually, Six was such a good musical, so funny. Highly suggested if you'd like to hang out with all of his wives. Look at those ceilings. Just don't make them like that anymore. Where King Henry VIII married his sixth wife. And this is the public dining room. I hear like opera singers. I wonder if it's live. Oh, it's not live. That's what you would have heard in this room. Just finished viewing King Henry VIII's apartments and the Queen's private apartments as well. And it's very cool that everything leads you back out to the beautiful Hampton Court. I will say that you should definitely do the audio tour, especially if you're interested in the history of King Henry VIII, which is incredibly interesting. Way too much to put in one video, but yeah, when you get here, an audio tour is included in your guide. So I would definitely use that to experience it more firsthand in terms of learning all the stories of the rooms and a lot of family drama going on as well. So yeah, do the audio tour. Also, if you're liking this video, be sure to like and subscribe. Really helps the channel and helps me make more videos like this. So thank you very much. Also worth visiting is the Cumberland Art Gallery. You can't take photos, but it's very beautiful, right next to King Henry VIII's apartment. So do visit there as well. Okay, now we're going to experience the Hampton Court Gardens, which are so beautiful. So excited. If you've ever wondered what the back of Hampton Court Palace looks like, in love with these trees. So this is what they call a formal garden used to frame King Henry VIII's hunting grounds, which it's crazy how many places back then were used for his hunting grounds, like Richmond Park as well, which is huge. And now we have the deer at Richmond Park, which is great. It's so beautiful. Honestly, even just visiting the gardens alone and Hampton Court Palace is worth it. Now, one thing you have to do when you're exploring the Hampton Court Gardens is the maze. It is one of the most iconic things here. It's one of the most iconic mazes, I believe, in London, if not the world. I know that sounds crazy to say, but it's a very cool maze. So we're gonna get lost, hopefully find our way out. Just head into it now. I just realized there's a hotel here too. How cool. Okay, let's not get lost. Oldest hedge maze in the world. That is why it's so iconic. See if we can find our way through. Pretty easy so far. So funny because I'm used to doing these mazes on paper, like when you're a kid and the little notebook, coloring book, and you're figuring out the maze. So it's really cool to be doing it in real life. And at first I was like, oh, this is super easy. And I'm like, okay, I feel like I made a wrong turn or two. Okay, actually I'm a bit lost. Okay, left or right? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tiger by the toe. If he hollers, let him go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I think I found it. Finally. Yes, way out. Okay. Wow. That actually was way more difficult than it looks. Definitely got lost in there, but really, really fun. Highly suggest going to the maze. Okay, gonna see some more of these gardens. So this is the kitchen gardens, and I believe you can buy like the plants and vegetables and everything they grow here. So cool. This is the rose garden right next to the kitchen garden. How lovely. Now, very random, but perfect timing as we're here. I just got a text from my love. She was just reading the news, and apparently Bridgerton has brought in $275 million into the UK economy, which is just insane. But it just makes me think about places like Hampton Court Palace and all of these different castles and palaces in the UK and these period dramas that have come out, like The Crown, Bridgerton. I'm a huge Bridgerton fan, and just thinking about like how it impacts the UK economy to that level is just wild because it's just a TV show. The TV shows are super impactful. So yeah, very cool fact. So cool that he texted me that as I'm here. Honestly, I feel like it is TV shows sometimes that make you want to come to places like this, especially if you're not someone that's naturally interested in the history or, you know, royalty or anything like that. Like just knowing, oh, this was in the set to my favorite Bridgerton episode or something, which is fine. I think as long as it gets you out here, it's good. Yeah, stepping back in time. It's such an overused line, but that is literally what it feels like when you're visiting here. So go Bridgerton. All right, my lovelies, I am going to leave you here at Hampton Court Palace. Honestly, it is such a unique place to visit. It's grand, it's beautiful, it's well preserved. There is so much history. So I hope you've added it to your list or simply enjoyed coming along with me. That is my goal with these videos, just to make someone's day. So if I did that, let me know in the comments. Let me know your thoughts about Hampton Court Palace or King Henry VIII, if you got some thoughts. And I will see you in my next video. Happy Londoning. Bye.